Miss Pastor P, and sitting with my buddy Elijah Malone. What's up, Elijah?
Good. How you doing?
Man, good. So glad to have you in town, man. It's just awesome. Man, it seems like this time you've been gone longer than you normally be gone, bro.
It was 3 months.
3 months? Wow. Wow. What were you gonna tell us how the military and all that's treating you?
You treats me well. You got a job, got a place to live, can't complain, got clothes on my back, got food in my stomach.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as we embark this season of Resurrection is Holy Week, and we're just excited about all the things that God is doing in your life because, man, I mean, He's doing great things. And as I always said, and I even say it at the New Morning Star Church, I really thought you was gonna be a mama's baby all the rest of your life. I really did. You still are, but you just grown. Yeah, you just grown, mama's baby.
I broke out from the tree, the bird's nest.
Yeah,
and I took my jump, and I'm making my own nest for future.
Absolutely, absolutely. But we're excited, and we're just glad you're back in town, and we're excited for all the great things that you're doing over there in the military, and how you have grown up and all that good stuff. And early in your life, when you was younger, me and your mom, we worked hard. We worked hard to instill Christ in you and Destiny's life. And Amanda, do you? Because I even get like that sometimes, even in my life. Do you remember things that your mom told you, or even your dad, or that I told you, and then later on in life it became reality, and you was
all the
like,
time,
you was like,
every day almost. I'll be sitting there and I just thinking stuff. I can't think of nothing on top of my head right now, but it's just always something that just click in my back of my head, and I'm just like. I remember mom said that. I remember my dad said that.
Yeah.
I remember when you said something.
Yeah.
It just always just pops up in my head, and then I just remember. I'm like, yeah, it teaches you a lot of things.
Teaches you exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And one thing is, if there's any young people listening, just know that your parents are always right. I'm not just saying that because I'm with them right now. It's the truth. Like. Listen to them, your siblings, for example, your siblings, they might tell you something that ain't really the honest truth of what you need to hear, but your parents, just talk to them, talk to all your parents, like both your parents if you got to. Get different perspectives on it and then make your thing. Don't just jump off of it because what you think your friends tell you or your siblings tell you.
Absolutely. Now, when you was at Butler, let's go back to Butler High School. Let's go back to Butler High School when we lived like maybe 3 or 4 blocks from Butler, and you was late to school every day.
Every day?
Yeah, every day. And when did you, let's go back, when did you decide that you was going to go to the military? Because I remember you mentioned it before, but then I thought that it was just a phase. And then next thing I know, you was meeting with recruiters, you was signing papers. But when it really hit your mind that this is what I'm going to do?
I think when I was in middle school, I got the idea and everything, especially with my I had military family and everything background. But also, I feel like when I got to high school and everybody else I went to school with, they're going to college, like right after school, and they're gonna be paying like college bills. Paying the bills to pay the college. I can't remember thing off the top of my head, but I was like, I don't want to put myself in debt at a young age.
Right.
I want to go to college one day, but I don't want to rush it. Go pick a wrong major. Or 2, have to pay a whole bunch of student loans. That's what I was talking about earlier. And then have to pay a whole bunch of that and end up hurting myself in the long run. And I realized that the military was also what I needed to separate myself. Because like you said earlier, I was going to be a mama's boy, you die forever. And I had to make my jump to make my own bird's nest, which is me moving to Tennessee area, Clarksville, Hopkinsville, the border, Fort Campbell,
Yeah.
So I had to move myself. I had to use that as just my way to jump out and flap my wings.
Flap your wings. That's right. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. And then let's go when you first, when that first, I guess you say that first week that they was telling you that okay, on this day you're gonna go get sworn in, and then I believe it was the next day you was gonna fly out of here, and then you went to Missouri first. Now, kind of tell us about what was the thought then? Was it like, whoa, I really done this.
My whole thing is, I know, like, it's not like, it's kind of just a full sin type of thing. You're like, I can't go back to high school. I already graduated.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go back to my mom's house because I'm 18.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I go back there, I'm like, I feel like it's my duty as a, what you call it, my duty to kind of to grow and become my own person.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like me sitting back home wasn't gonna do nothing for me because a whole bunch of people like I went to school with now,
Mm-hmm.
they ain't doing much. Like, nothing disrespect to them. I still those are my guys and got nothing but respect and love for them. But they're not. They didn't. They wanted to stay into their bird's nest, like we said earlier,
right,
for too long, and they got comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I longer I get them to get comfortable, the harder it is to excel and grasp what I want in life.
Mm-hmm. Now, what made you push still military? Because when you said that you was going to go, then you got a good job. First at Popeyes, where you was making, I think you was making more money than I was, but you was working a lot more hours than I do. And then you started working for Valvoline, and you was making good money. And it was like, wait a minute, it's time to go to the military. Did you ever have a thought to say, you know what, I'm not going?
No, because I feel like when you second guess yourself and feel like you're not going to do something that you already said, then you're only hurting yourself. Because it's only making yourself think it's okay to back out of something else in the future. So why not just go ahead and do what you said you was going to do first off and stick to that instead of sticking to a part where you just back out of stuff because you back out of stuff because of habit. And habits aren't good.
Yeah, absolutely. Then let's go to this, because once you got to Missouri, basic training and all that stuff, and you really couldn't call home as much as I wanted you to, and as much as your mom wanted to. How much would you say that you leaned on God? Because I know once we got to talk, you was like, man, I've been reading my Bible. Yeah.
I remember when I was in receptions, the first week you're at basic, you're not really doing nothing, not getting trained, ain't doing push-ups, none of that. You're just doing the paperwork, trying to make sure your medical stuff is good, your dental, all your finance stuff is good. And then once you get up there, I'll lay down in my bunk. I'm telling you guys, God works in mysterious ways. I tell you that, I preach it, and I tell people this. I had a friend yesterday, he was having a bad day because he had something go wrong with his car. And I told him what I saw on top of the bunk bed above me. It said Romans 8:18. And you got a Bible with you in there? If you do, can you tell the people what it says? Just so they understand exactly what it means, because I don't want to just tell them and make them have to search it on Wikipedia for them right here.
Romans 8:18. Yeah,
the next page should be.
Let's get that. Let's get that. Is that Romans 8? Yeah, that's 18.
For I reckon that the sufferings of the present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed to us. So whenever you're having a crappy day, you know what I mean, it's raining, just remember at the end of the day, the rainbow's gonna come around. It's gonna be a nice, beautiful day at the end of it.
Absolutely.
It might be all bad for one day, but tomorrow always gets better. And that did it for me. That's what pushed me to do everything I needed to.
Absolutely. And then I was thinking, because I'm even though my dad and other family members is in military, this is the closest I've been in that kind of run, I guess you would say. But then I was like, after you got done with basic, I really thought you was going to get to come home for like about a month or 2 months or 3 months, and then it was like, boom, I think you came home for a couple of days. Or did you even come home?
After basic, no.
Yeah.
I had to go to AIT, my job training, which was another 6-7 weeks, which I learned how to be a truck driver, drove all the big stuff. And then after that, it was pretty much, I came home for 2 weeks to help my recruiter.
Right.
Just be an assistant, help them out around the office, paperwork, go to schools, talk to people. Actually, we got one guy, I think. We got this one girl that went to Air Force High School. I think she ended up joining. I'm not 100% sure, because I left her, when she first started doing her paperwork. Because she still had to finish the school year, but still, yes.
Like when you first started learning how to drive, the first thing you got was the big green truck. Or did you think the big green truck helped you in, going to the military, and then you got these big trucks that you were driving there?
No, because those trucks is about the size of I say, what is those things called? A trailer park home almost. Like those trucks are huge. Like I seen like I can't even think of it. I'm just trying to think how. Yeah, it's about the size of a trailer park home almost.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh wow!
A little bit smaller, like in lengthwise, but height wise and everything. Yeah, it's a big truck.
Wow! Wow! Outstanding. Then as you what I love about every time you come back and me and your mom don't put pressure on you or anything, but every time you come back, you make your way to the church. You make your way to church. How important is the church to you?
That's home for me. Like it's part of home. Like I know this is my home, like back home here. And I got my home back at base and everything. I'm like, it's not really my home, it's my room. But that church, so many memories, like in it when I was younger. When you became the pastor of it, because I remember like I had memories at Shiloh. I had memories at other churches that we went to. But New Morning Star, it's just what I remember the most of going to, and all the memories. We had the church service outside that one time. You know what I'm talking about? It's just memories, and people are always just saying like, I just learned from you over the time at that church. And over there, I grew up with you being my pastor most of my time, or at least you preaching at a service. If not, you're staying with us. You know what I mean? Sitting down, watching whoever's preaching go do their thing. But New Morning Star it's just like a home. I don't know how to explain it really. But
it's like a home. It's like a home. Like a home. And then speaking of as we Sunday tomorrow, which is Resurrection Day. Now I'm going to sunrise service, and you, your mom, and a couple other church members have let me know that y'all not coming because that service starts at 7 a.m. We're going to be at Moore Temple Church of God in Christ. Reverend Montgomery, my good friend from Guiding Star, will be preaching. But then at the 10:30 hour, we'll be at the New Morning Star Baptist Church, 659 South 27th Street. Want to invite all of you to come out and worship with us at the New Morning Star Baptist Church, 659 South 27th Street. And would you say at the New Morning Star Church, we have fun in church? It's not stuck.
It's not like stuck. Like when I go to work, I'm so used to everything being uptight, having to sit in the chair literally like this. Sometimes somebody's talking, like the colonel or somebody in the room talking. I just like this. And it's not comfortable. When I'm back at church, I get to sit down, relax. Like you'll put a few jokes in with your with your service you put out, and like at the end of it, you just like if anybody has a question, like you always were there for them too. That's one thing I really always noticed. And you always just make it approachable. And when people are approachable, is a lot better of an area for anyone. If you ask me.
Absolutely. Well, it's some people that's watching us, and it's some members of the church, some members of other churches, and their young son, their young daughter, their grandkids are sitting there watching with them. What words of encouragement would you give them?
Just to trust yourself, trust your parents, trust God, and always just be who you are, because that's number one. God made you who you are for a reason, and don't waste that potential. I know that sounds really harsh, but don't waste what God gave you. And appreciate it and thrive off of it.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to let you know the secret. I'm going to let you know this secret. Your mom, I'm still trying to work with her to sing with me tomorrow at church. What you think?
I say you got to pray on that
one. you don't think she might bust a couple of verses with me?
I said pray.
Pray on it.
Pray on it and talk to her.
I keep talking to her, keep putting it in her spirit, but she said yes, but she really ain't said no yet. She just like keep looking at me weird. Well, yeah. Now let's talk about the two precious nieces of yours, which are my grandbabies, and somebody was saying that your nieces got you wrapped around their finger. Because they said that y'all went to the baseball game and you just got them everything they asked for.
I plead the fifth. But yeah, they did. They got me. They got me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was kind of weird. Destiny borrowed the car the other day to go get Zariah from school, and she had LaVey with her. And
You see the pictures?
yeah, I seen
Okay.
And then she was saying that your mom was saying that they was on their way to come get me at the work because they stopped and picked your mom up 1st. And Vay said that she wanted a Happy Meal. And Destiny said, which, Destiny's favorite words, I don't have no money. Yeah, yeah.
Or we got McDonald's at home.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And then Nana was like, I don't have no money on me either. And then Zariah turned to Vay. She said, don't worry about it. I'll handle it. Paul will get us. But definitely when they came in, Zariah said, Papa, I want a Happy Meal when we had to stop at McDonald's and get them Happy Meal. Well, I'm going to let you invite them. Elijah, to come out and join us tomorrow for service at 10:30 at Sunday school. 11 o'clock is morning worship. 11:30, I'm sorry, is morning worship service.
And especially, you can't forget sunrise service that you have at 7.
Yeah. At 7, yes.
If
y'all want to come there, that's at Moore Temple at 7. We're going to start at 7 at Moore Temple, right there, 23rd and Broadway. It's like 9 churches coming together. It's going to be awesome. We'll definitely come out for that, and maybe you'll sing with me tomorrow.
You might be pushing it with that one. I'm not really a singer, all right?
I'm not either, but I do it. I try every Sunday.
Hey, you try.
Yeah, I try.
I give that to you.
Yeah, I try every Sunday.
Hey, you can't get mad at nobody for trying.
Absolutely. Well, anything you want to share with the listeners before we go?
Pretty much already told everybody today. Nothing really special. Just be who you are and trust God and trust your family and trust the ones you love and just trust yourself first off. Because if you don't trust yourself, then it ain't going to be working. So you just got to trust God and He'll help you trust yourself and in all the process.
Absolutely.
After that, everything will work.
Absolutely.
And if you have a bad day, just remember Romans 8:18.
That's right.
That's all I can tell you.
That's right. Well, let me get your prediction. Who's going to win the men's NCAA tournament?
UConn.
Yeah. I think Alabama. Yeah. Now, okay, who's going to win the women's?
I ain't paying too much attention.
What?
Who were you watching earlier play?
I was watching earlier. It was our. They won.
They won. Was that the one that had the girl that got hurt? That hurt her knee?
No, that was the second game. That was UConn.
UConn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got UConn both win, both and both. I'll just say that.
You said it earlier.
I'm not really.
You don't watch women's ball.
I'm not really watching women's ball, but
South Carolina all the way.
We will talk about baseball. We can talk about baseball.
Nobody talk about that boring sport. Yeah. South Carolina all the way. You know South Carolina's undefeated.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, South Carolina's undefeated, and South Carolina probably 9 of South Carolina's players can start any other team in the country. But that's what.
But you want to talk about baseball?
Let's talk about baseball.
We can talk about that game.
Who's going to win the World Series?
Hate to say it, Dodgers.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with Chicago Cubs because that's your mom's team. Are you laughing at your mom's team? But your mom's watching. You laughing at her?
I know she's watching. Yeah. But
are you laughing at her team?
We're just gonna say it's funny, okay? We're just gonna say that. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna win the World Series because their team right now is not the best, okay?
Well, they got time to get better, right?
Yeah, but if the Cubs win, how about this?
Mm-hmm.
If the Cubs win the World Series, I will find a day for me to come to the church and I will lead the choir.
Wow. Okay.
We put that on the line. I will do that.
You'll do that?
I will come there and we'll say some Troy Sneed if we got. We'll find some.
We'll do some Troy Sneed.
Yeah,
we'll do some Troy Sneed.
Who knows? I might pop up with some lay down.
That'll work. That'll work. That will work. That will work. Well, that's it, man. I want to thank you for coming in and chatting with me for a little bit there, and now we're gonna have to go upstairs, and you're gonna have to explain to your mom why you just dogged out her team like that.
I ain't say nothing wrong. I just said that I don't expect them to win the World Series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, again, we invite you to sunrise service tomorrow at Moore Temple Church of God in Christ, 23rd and Broadway. Then Sunday morning service right there at the New Morning Star Church, 10:30 Sunday school, 11:30 is morning worship service. New Morning Star is located 659 South 27th Street. Man, peace out. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Elijah's in trouble with his mom, y'all. Peace.
Peace. How we doing, y'all?